looks like YouTube is kind of lagging a little bit. Let me just see if that's coming up here. If you can hear and see, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you and let us know. Looks like Facebook is on. It looks like YouTube is on. We're also getting in Mr. Stephen Brocklehurst, who is my co-host. Here he is. Let's see. I showed you in here, and let me turn on my solo on, and we will hide this and show you in the stream. Hold on. The technology week from Hal. If anybody was on the webinar with me yesterday, it all worked out fine. And thanks to George, he let me use Big Marker, which is a terrific software. The software that I started using and I was, excited about was called Webinar Ninja. And for some reason, it cut off after we had like 25 or 30 people on it. So I don't know if the reason it cut off, were you on the call?
I was busy doing a lot of training, getting ready for the members area, so a lot of training, so I missed it. Yeah. But I've had issues myself in the past with Webinar Ninja.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they were meant to resolve. I did raise a support ticket, and they were meant to resolve the issues, but I don't know if obviously they clearly haven't. And we'll have to chase them up on that. But I know GoWebinar Mike uses a lot, and that's solid as anything. It costs a bit more money, unfortunately, but
well, when you have a situation like this happen, you say, okay, I'm going premium all the way. Big Marker, I was very impressed with that tool. I'm gonna see if we try that one out, or I'm going to go month to month just to see how I like it, and go from there. But as far as GoToWebinar, I like the LogMeIn products. I just, it's sort of between that and Zoom for me. I'm looking at Zoom for webinars too. But when you're doing a webinar and you've got all these people scheduled to come on and it doesn't work right, it's just like you're never gonna go back to them. So Webinar Ninja is no longer for me. I canceled my account, closed it. I was wondering too, because they had it set up so that you're on a free trial when you sign up, and that's great. But when I really want to try something, I don't want to be on a free trial. I want the actual, the real service. So I don't know if it's because I was on a free trial for that week or the 14 days, if they only allow like 25 people and then they shut it off or what. But it was a bad experience, unfortunately.
I used to buy a lot of products from AppSumo, and there are some great products on there. But I learned very, very quickly from an early stage that there were one or two products they released that then stopped working after 6 months.
Right
now, I go on about not liking lifetime deals, and then I go and do one, right? The only reason I did a lifetime deal was I had a lot of people asking me if I was going to do it, and I only did it for limited time on the Templates Club because in November we are going monthly, and when we go monthly with it, it means we can then support the people who bought in on lifetime, and people have to understand, like with your form when you did lifetime with that, Daryl, that it's beta access, so not everything's going to be there at first. We're going to add content as we go along, and when we're happy with it, ready to go monthly, then we release it on monthlies, and that means that monthly income supports the product long term. Now, I've got a lifetime deal on a webinar program. I can't remember what it's called. I'll let you know, Daryl, when I find it. And they went monthly, and it seems to be working okay. And it may be that I can let you have a play around with that and see what you think. But personally, I'm looking at the GoWebinar like Mike uses because I know it's solid.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is how do you know a webinar tool is solid until you've got 100, 200 people on it? And then you find out, well, can they handle that capacity, or will it work flawlessly? Craig had said that Groove Webinars is coming live soon. I think that's probably associated with the Groove Pages people.
I have to give them their due on that that the products they released a free version of one of their Groove. Was it Groove Pages or Groove? One of them.
Groove Funnels or something.
And I have to say that some of their products are very solid, but you have to look at the market leaders at the end of the day. It's like, BeLive has become a very good tool for you. There's StreamYard that Mike uses. In fact, at some point, I'm thinking of getting the monthlies with StreamYard because it is, if once again, it's another solid product. So it's sort of weigh them up, but it's there are some good products out there. But it's the people behind them. That's the thing you've got to remember. The stuff that me and Daryl are doing, and Mike and Martin and Keith are doing, right? These products are going to be around for years to come. They're not just one-hit wonders that are going to be a year's time. Bye-bye, thanks for your money. It's all gone, which is what a lot of the iron world do have, unfortunately.
Right.
We are here for the long term, guys. Right? We wouldn't do these lives with you. You wouldn't be able to reach out to us personally with a message and go, "Oh, I'm stuck with this. Will you help us?" Right? And that's the 5 of us. That's what we do, and we believe in the products. We support them. We're going to upgrade them, and that's the difference with our products long term. I've known Mike for a few years now, and Mike's products are solid, 100% solid. And when there is a problem, they get it fixed.
Right.
And I know with you, Daryl, as well, from knowing you more recently with the Mass Page product, I know from talking to a lot of people that you're solid again with what you're doing, right? And those standards is what I believe in as well, and that's what us 5 believe in, and that's how we're going to support you guys long term.
Yeah, I mean, when you take a look at the people associated with a software of any kind, look at what their history is with either building software, and do they stay within a certain vertebrae of products. For myself, I've been in the lead generation space and web development space my whole adult life. So this is not something I'm just like dabbling in. This is something that I'm very serious about. And I'm very passionate about building software that helps people. And so this is perfect for me. It suits me. What ends up happening, I think, this is just conjecture at this point, but I think with some internet marketers that are just pump and dump, building launches and forgetting about them 2 years later, they're just looking for the next shiny object to push. And they're all over the place. Like 1 minute they're putting out a video software, next minute they're putting out a social media software, next minute they're bringing something, about SEO, and they're all over the place. And typically those types of products are not in a single vertebrae where they all like make sense to go together. Like, I have Geoholics because it's meant to help doing the Mass Page stuff. I have Leads Detective because it was to help with selling my domains and to reach out to people for web design services. So I built these tools for myself, and I've just opened them up for people to start to use them as a part of our beta launches, and to get people to have sort of a suite of products for doing their internet marketing. So I fully agree. The stuff I'm doing, right, the reason I'm building the templates with using your form, Daryl, is because long term, and I've given this tip before on here, where you want to make quick money out of this, and there's no magic get rich quick scheme or push button system in the world that can make you money instantly. But with Daryl's form and my templates and MPP, you'll be able to very quickly upload a template, use Daryl's form to fill it in. And like I've said before, you go on Google and you look at businesses, maybe in plumbing, for example, and you pick the first one that hasn't got a website. You put their name on the site, you phone them up and go, I built your website. Would you like to rent it for $50 a month? They go, no, thank you. So then you jump in on Daryl's form, you change the business name, you upload it again. Second company, out of 10 companies, I tell you now, one of them will say yes. It's interesting. I'd like to see that, proven out, and it would be very interesting to see, what would happen from a case study of doing just that.
I've already done it, and one part of my training, and this is what the lifetimers are getting. All right, it will be a paid course when I go monthly. The lifetime guys who got on the Templates Club, welcome as well. And you're going to get this training. And I'm planning on at some point, probably between now and the end of January, because there's a lot of work to do on the Templates Club. I'm going to do a full case study, and that case study is start to finish. I've set a site up, use Daryl's form. It's going to literally be, you're going to hear me ring up local businesses in my area, selling them the website. You're going to hear me. I'm going to do it live. Not live on it, but I'm going to record it live and then play it out. The reason I can't do it live is I need their permission to add them onto
you mean you're not going to do phone pranks like you're known for doing?
Not anymore, no.
You can actually call them for a real reason?
Yeah, absolutely. My pranking days are over, I'm afraid. Unless I'm winding you up, Daryl, or in the case Mike Martin, I think we need to get our own back on him for muting us a few times on the Live at 5.
For pranking?
Yeah,
for him shutting off your microphone.
He likes to hide in the background, and then he pops on with that little glint in his eye, like he's being very naughty.
Yeah.
So we have to think of something for him sometime.
Well, if you guys are just joining us on Facebook Live or on YouTube, this is our Sunday live conversation. Stephen Brocklehurst and Daryl Ledyard talking about mass page SEO, web development, software products. We've been talking already about webinar software that wasn't ready for our first use. It's funny. I tested it with one other person, but when you start to put 30, 40 people on it, all of a sudden you find out what's real, what's not. In fact, there was another one of these pieces of software that came out recently on JVZoo, and it was all about doing webinars and all these kinds of things. I found the product on Code Canyon, which is an Envato product, and it was $67, and they're selling it, and they put it in a funnel, and they put all these different things into it. I just bought the thing myself on Code Canyon, put it on a server, and hopefully I'll be able to release it for members of our group to be able to use it just for meetings and conference calls. But the thing is none of that stuff, until you've put them into Oracle data centers or, some kind of big, enterprise hosting. When you start to get 200, 300 people on a webinar, that's where it starts to show whether you have the real infrastructure or you don't. And so it's one of those things where, you get what you pay for.
Very true.
So, speaking of that, I wanted to talk a little bit about a topic that comes across my brain a lot, and that is free versus premium. And I wanted to get your take on that because, I am one of these guys that likes to buy all premium stuff as an agency. Okay. I like to get the, premium plugin version of things. Right. But when we're talking about our stuff and presenting it to other people, we want to have the free repo version of things. Right. So the one reason is because if we're going to distribute a backup file through WP Vivid, we got to have just no licenses involved, right? So that makes sense for that. But what I'm wondering is, and people that are on the call today, if you guys want to talk about why, if you go premium or if you go free, just type in premium or free in the comments inside the video. What your preference is all the time, because to me, I like to go premium if you have a really good product and I want to support it, 1, and 2, I want it to be around in 5 years, improving and getting better. Whereas if something is just strictly free, I got to tell you, just go through the WordPress repo and look at things that haven't been updated in 6 years that were put out as free. So I was wondering what your take is on that, Stephen.
I'm a great believer that I like 1 or 2 lifetime products, but it's down to who the vendor is, very, very much. Generally speaking, right, I would prefer to pay for a product monthly because then I know that I'm going to get the support long term. I would like I like the ones, instead of them doing here's a free version, try it out. It's half-hearted. I like the ones where you can get like a half price, or a very low fee for the first month, just to try it out, and then the price goes up to the proper price after a month. There's a couple of products out there that I had a month's free on a product not long ago, and I tried it and I loved it that much, so I stayed with them. And but that was a full version for that trial. There was in fact, I know what it was now. It was Aweber.
Okay.
They gave me a month free to play around with their software.
But it's the full version. It's not some kind of reduced down.
No, it was a full. If this is the interesting thing, you contact their support and go, "Oh, I'm thinking of switching from GetResponse or one of the others, Mailchimp, but I'm not quite sure." Right? They'll come back to you and they'll normally give you a month free. Now, what I did, I took the month free and I added the coupon code to a 3-month paid. Right, and had the discount added to that because I thought if I'm not happy, I've still got 30 days to ask them to give me a refund.
Yeah.
And I found it to be very easy to use and solid. And it's the same with your products, Daryl. That you can get an entry level. What's it? $29 for the standard one.
Yeah,
$27, right?
Yep.
If you're not going to invest in your business, right, you're not prepared to spend a little bit of money and invest, right, to use the tools to help you long term, right? Because the thing about the products that we're releasing is to speed things up for you. If with this, you can build a site. If you even at the slowest, you can build a site in a day now. If you go really slow at it, build a site in a day, right? And that's a basic site up on the web. Then you can expand on it, but you can just rent it out straight away. There's loads of businesses that don't even know how to build websites. They'll be grateful for a website.
Yeah.
So that when I go monthly, it's $27 as well. So you can have 2 lots of $27 plus. I know with MPP, there is going to be a one-off fee for a single site license at some point, and I think it's $5.99 a month. I'm not sure the full pricing on that, but the last time I checked, I think it was $97 for unlimited.
Okay, unlimited sites, that you own, I believe it is, not the agency level.
Yeah. So the thing is there's going to be different plans coming out. Reach out to Mike for the best deal you can get from him. I'm sure, and I know when they release other deals, we'll add them to our members area. But, all right, okay. So you got to spend maybe $100 a month, let's say, right? Maybe a bit more, maybe $150 a month to get the whole system running. Think about this, right? You build a site in a day. Next day, you contact a business and you do what I've said earlier. You rent that first site out for $50. You then clone, evergreen, clone the site, rent it out to rent out a similar design or a different niche to another business, right? All you need is 3 businesses to cover your cost. Once you start getting into the flow of things, right, and you find those 3 businesses locally, which won't be difficult to do, then you expand and expand. And you keep doing it. Now, this is my next step, Daryl. Right, with one of mine is I'm the guy who's renting one of my sites now. After Christmas, because Christmas it can be manic for them, and January it dies for them normally. It goes very quiet. My plan then is to reach out to them and go, how would you like a site in every town and city in your local area?
Right.
And then I upgrade them for $97 a month, right? All those extra sites, and that's MPP. So the next thing is they're renting the site for me for $50. I have to $97. Right? I'm covering if 3 of them signed up with me, I'm covering all my costs and making a bigger profit. And you just keep rinsing.
That's interesting. Like you're using MPP to do the spin tax and to put it all into all the pages, right? And to work with my form and your templates. But then you hold back the city pages until a later point as an upgrade. Then you add those city pages in very easily. That's really clever.
You just go and put the central location in and tell it to build the mile radius. Leave it to build it. It's done.
Right. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Let's get to some of the questions and some of the comments, because I don't want to lose track of where we are with that. We were talking about free versus premium. Yeah. I'm a premium guy. I like to go with the premium tools once I've tested them out. It looks like, let's see. Looks like Craig was saying that he likes to try it free and then go premium if he likes. And you know what, that's a good point. Like what Stephen, you were saying, is you want to have a free version trial that has everything in it. And then if you like it from that point, then you would go with the premium to try it out after that. Yeah. I've run a lot of businesses that were a freemium model where you get like a free membership that is pared down when you're dealing with, because I've built a lot of SaaS platforms. And when you're dealing with software as a service platforms, a lot of times people want to try it and before they really get the upgraded version of it. So that's one of the things that I've always done. But when it comes to, I think when it comes to like a full-fledged agency level thing, a lot of times they don't give you a full trial for a very long time anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of times those get hacked. Like people just change an email and just come back with a different email and things like that. So I think that's why a lot of people don't do that. George, my hero from the webinar, said, I paid for Updraft. Is it really Vivid? Actually, the reason why we're using WP Vivid is it's because what it has in the free version. To be honest, I have the paid version of Updraft, and I really recommend it for migrating sites and stuff like that. But we were looking for a free version that was better than all-in-one SEO or all-in-one migration. And we found WP Vivid to do a very good job code-wise of moving things from one point to another very easily. You can delete the file very easily, so that there's not a whole lot of issues there. So that's why we use WP Vivid. It isn't to say that Updrafts isn't as good. I love Updrafts. I use it all the time. But when you're dealing with transporting a file to somebody, I like to have a single file, one file, and WP Vivid, as long as it's under 100 megabytes, I believe it is, or under 90, it'll have it as a single backup file, which is very nice because that's what we want to try to do is to keep it as a single small file.
I found I've always been a fan of all-in-one, but when I've created some of these templates and I've backed them up in all-in-one and then gone to restore them, it goes, you need the unlimited version.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Now, in WP Vivid, I've backed up exactly the same file, right? Mm-hmm. Exported it, then re-imported it onto a test site to make sure that it's working, and it works fine.
Yeah.
And so you've actually converted me, Daryl, onto WP Vivid for people because of that reason.
I don't think it's a replacement for all the tweaks like what I have premium of, I don't have premium of WP Vivid, but I do have premium of all-in-one migration, and I've tried it with the I have pCloud for storage, and I have tried the incremental backups with that, and it works fairly well. The restores and stuff work okay, but my best, like, whenever the shit has hit the fan, Updrafts Plus has always had a copy that bailed me out from, like, if I had to restart and blow out the entire directory on a website, that backup file on Updrafts has bailed me out so many times when I have tried. And I don't know if I'm just, not as good as other people at this backup thing, but when I've tried other services and I've tried to back up, take a backup from nowhere, and try to bring it in. Let's say it's okay. Let's just say it was like a hosted backup thing where they back it up in a hosted thing. And then you just log into your account and then try to restore a backup from there. I've actually had those incremental backup things cause me trouble because the for some reason it didn't save one of the files, or it got removed or moved and named or something like that. So I've always found good success with Updrafts Plus. That's just me, but that's if I'm using it for everyday backups for my clients and get me out of jail free card when it comes to a catastrophe. But as far as the premium thing, let's see. Is there anybody else that said anything? No. But thanks for all the comments, Craig and George in our Facebook group. You can also comment on in YouTube, and we'll see that as well. We got 5 people watching on YouTube, so we appreciate that.
The thing like with the templates club, right? I can't really offer a trial on it because the problem being it's the way we set the system up. You even if you signed up monthly, for those that will be in the future sign up monthly, every template that we're adding is going to be in there, right?
Right.
And there's nothing stopping them from downloading all of the ones in there and pulling them out.
Right.
But long term, right? They won't get the updates with them. They won't get the tweaks.
Right.
They won't get all my They won't get the training, you know, stuff like that if they leave. And so it's down to personal preference. And the thing is, each of these templates costs money to convert and get done, so we can get them into the system. All my time and training cost me money, time and money to do. So it's ultimately, that's why on the lifetime deal I gave you guys a ton of value. All my future trainings included. I'm planning on doing training courses for around about 197 or 247. Full training course, and that won't be in the monthlies. So the thing for me is that catch-22 with a templates club to be able to offer a free trial. But I am thinking of offering a free template, maybe sort of one on the front end where they can put a code in. Yeah, just to try a template out, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That might be
you can do is rotate that and have one different one per month. So that if they join your newsletter or something like that, they can get one template per month at random, and so it'll keep them on your newsletter, so you can get them to join for that or something, another add-on or something. I don't know, just a thought. So there's a few other things. Speaking of your template club, how you've had a week of lifetimes. How are you doing in that area?
Getting there with it. I've got there is 7 templates in there, and I appreciate the lifetimers being patient with me getting those in there. The training area has been added with 2 of the training videos, and this week more and more training will be added. I've got Dev helping me, a decent Dev now helping me on the rest of them, and we're going to be creating. We're aiming for, when I do a webinar with Mike in November, to do the monthly. We're aiming for some premium ones to be in there as well. So
do you have any left of the lifetime?
What happened? Right, the original 25 sold out, and then I had people messaging me going, "We're in Australia. We're here. We're there. We didn't realize you were doing it."
Right.
So I opened up 5 more, and what I did to make it fair on the lifetimers, I set it to go up $50 for each time it was bought, right?
Okay.
Right, because I didn't want to be offering at the same price, because people got in early. They trusted me. They bought early at the 247. So when I look today, it's at 497 now. So that's the last one there, and once that's gone, that's it. I'm not doing any more lifetime deals. That's it. So if you manage to get the lifetime deal at the price it's in there now, with all the value, it's gonna be, by the time I've finish with this, we're going to keep adding templates and templates and templates. There's going to be, I'm doing all the ones that Mike's doing and more in the future, and all my premium training, and also 100 website hosting package in there.
Now, if you, that's great, especially for lifetime to have that is really cool. Now, if somebody in the group asks you, can you work out a template for something? What is the process for that? Like if somebody's doing emergency dental, could they get templates made for emergency dental? Is there could they? We are to do them, and then they would get processed to you, or would you say, okay, I'm going to do some exclusive ones, or what is your thought process?
Currently, for the next 3 to 4 months, right, to be fair on the people who got in early, and when we go monthly, we're going to concentrate on adding whatever ones Mike's added and some premium ones, some different designs in the niches already there.
Okay.
Once we get through that first period and things have calmed down and the beta's finally over, then my plan is to put up an offer where we will help design one in a niche that you want. So it'll be a unique template for yourself with all the X fields added from your form, Daryl. That'll be a future plan. We're not going to offer it quite yet because I don't want to overstretch myself and then not be able to deliver what I've said I'm going to deliver over the coming weeks.
Right. Okay. That sounds good. All right. So let's talk about a few other things from Mass Page Tools, things that we worked on this week. A lot of things behind the scenes with the shopping cart, things on the management side on my end, fixing a few bugs for sure that we got ironed out. One of the things that we fixed that is kind of on the front end of things that a lot of people have noticed is the when we first started the wide image cropping, we had the proportions working right and it was looking great. Then we did some kind of update to the metadata and somehow that screwed things up for the wide images. So now we've got those straightened out so that when you do the wide images, if you were discouraged that they were sort of a little bit distorted looking and a little like somebody drunk looking at them, we fixed that. So it's like a clear, clean 1280 by 320 image. And we've also worked on the compression even more so that they're working really well, really fast. The other thing is we worked on image delivery with the CDN. They are working much faster now than they were before. And we fixed a DNS bottleneck that was causing them to go a little bit slower. So we've sped that up. So if you've had any issues with our images loading after your page loads, that shouldn't be an issue at this point. It's going through Cloudflare. We bought the premium Cloudflare, so it also has resiliency. So once your images are up there and they've been cached, keep in mind the first time the image is seen, it hasn't been cached yet. But after it's been through Cloudflare for a little bit and it shows up, it'll get faster and faster as time goes on as it gets cached.
Daryl?
Yes.
It's a question for you. I had Susan reach out to me on Facebook. She is raising a ticket with you for this. She uploaded an image in standard, right? And when it went live on her site, it was sideways. Are you aware of a problem?
No, okay.
So when she uploaded it.
We wouldn't be changing any of that. What happens is a lot of times in people's file folders on their computers, it says that it's straight up and down, but if you put it into a hosting environment, it's actually flipped. Right. A lot of times your local computer is doing the flipping to normal when it's not normal. So if you take the picture sideways, or somebody took the picture sideways and that's the actual file, that's the way the file is getting uploaded and coming out. We don't have an intelligent system that flips it. So you actually have to look at it as a raw file, not in some of these Windows softwares or Mac softwares that do the nice flipping based on people's faces.
So would you recommend, like in Windows, opening in Paint, make sure it's the right way around, and then saving it as a different file name?
That might be a good suggestion.
And then upload it. And
something very, very basic, and see how it shows in that. If you use, some of these more advanced tools, you're going to find that it's going to show that it's working. And it's going to show that it's been normal, but it's really, the image is not rotated properly. Right. So I'm pretty positive we don't do any flipping or rotating whatsoever. We take the image as it is, process it, and put it into.
Now, she sent me a copy of the image on Facebook and it was the right way up. Would that still be the case? We'll still save it again so it loads the right way on your site?
Have her, if you just suggest to her to send the actual image to us, and I'll have my developer look at it and see what's going on with that. But we shouldn't be, I don't think, flipping any images around. It doesn't happen to any of my images. So I don't think it should be happening. But anytime, guys, support@mass.page. Still, Facebook is not letting me put mass.page into anything. I can't put it into Messenger. I can't put it in anything. So if you ever get anything from me,
I can't think why.
Huh?
I can't think why. AWS.
AWS.
Mass. In mass, it could be two of that.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure, but it's so silly. So, but if I put mass comma page, and if you ever get something from me and it doesn't work in the browser, check that the comma is not a period. You got to change it to a period in your browser, because that's the only way I can write my own URL into a website. I'm thinking about leaving Facebook totally. I don't like their new design. I can do my own group. I don't need them. We'll just move everybody over to something different. I'm getting sick and tired of Facebook moving my cheese and not letting me use my own website. Anyway, and also there's enough negativity on Facebook feeds anyway with all this election year. So I'm getting sick and tired of it. All right. As far as other things, I want to do 2 contests. Okay. 2 contests. All right. I have the first contest for you. This is, we will do this over the course of this week to next week. So if you're watching this on a replay or you're watching this now, whoever wins this contest, okay, will get the initial beta membership of Imagefly. So when Imagefly is first released, we're going to have a list of VIP beta members that will have access to it before anybody else. Okay. And so you'll have first chances to see it, try it out, give us feedback, all of that. Now, to win this contest, we are looking for the fastest caching setup for free for all hosting. Okay, so let me just lay the groundwork. Okay, if you're good at optimizing websites, I've spent a long time trying to find the very best caching plugin and setup. Now that we have optimized the images coming through the CDN, okay, and going into your pages, I want to fix the other side of things, the actual HTML, the JavaScript, all of this kind of thing. So in order to do this, 1, it has to be a free plugin, okay? 2, it has to work on all hosts. Okay, it can't be just it works on Lightspeed or Nginx or whatever. Okay, you've got to do a demo video for us. You got to show us the configurations that you used. Okay, and it has to have the best scores and the best speed on Google PageSpeed Insights, Pingdom, and GTmetrix. So however you do that. Now, I am not crazy about NitroPack because you have to have an email each and every single time. So my goal is to have this be without sending out an email to get some kind of a free trial kind of thing. Okay. So this is, so if you're thinking, okay, I got NitroPack, I'm all set. That doesn't make you a part of this contest. Okay. This contest is to find, a setup for caching that works on even HostGator, even on GoDaddy, even on an Nginx, even on Lightspeed. I want that perfect setup. That's contest number 1, and send the video to me, and we will go ahead and take a look at the entries, and then we'll decide a winner next week. So if you're watching this on replay, you want to give it a try. Find the best that you can get. If you want to take, some of the themes from Steve and put it together with that and test it out, just so that you're taking the images from my form and putting it into your test, so we can see how it works with my form's images. Does that make sense?
And do you know something, right? The biggest issue that I know of in slowing down your site is images. That has been dealt with from Daryl's form. That part's been done. So
but I want to go a step further. I want sites that load in 300 milliseconds. Yeah. 300 to 400 milliseconds. So if you can get that to work on a regular basis, I will be down with that. So show us what you can do, Speed Racers.
And also a little tip. Don't go telling other people yet how you do it, right, or what you use, right? Don't try to give that away, because you can do a video of how you set it up, how you speed it up, and then the next minute you're going to be using the whole system on any host. and I think that's a brilliant thing, because the only reason I'm a fan of NitroPack, I only ever use the free version up to 200 pages. I untick all the boxes. I'm only ever caching the front 4 pages. It's not the ideal solution, and the reason I say that is because if you're building sites with multiple pages on, let's say you created a site with 10 pages and 20 posts, and the posts keep building up, those post pages aren't loading fast. So if we can find something like Daryl said that you don't need to sign up for, that is just a plugin or something to just go boom, your site's super fast.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be. I'll definitely go for that as well.
I want it so that you can put it in yours. I can put it in mine. Now I'm playing this game too, and Steve, if you want to play the game as well, we can't win the prize. Okay. No. So the next in line below us gets the prize. Okay. So I'm going to try my best between now and next Sunday to get the absolute best free setup for caching given our images. And we'll put everybody to the test. So if you're watching the replay, would love to see what you guys can do. Paul asked, are we going to show the setup to all? Are you saying you don't want to show us this optimization setup to everybody? I'd like to, the purpose of doing this, I guess, is to help other people that are using our templates and they're using our image hosting. So if you feel like it will upset the market and help your competitors too much, then obviously don't do that. But if you're okay with sharing for the betterment of everybody, please join the contest and try it out.
The thing is as well, people do get hung up on speed, and Google likes speed, but also remember, I've got a site out there that is actually not optimized at all. Hasn't been booked through your form, Daryl. It's about 40% on Google speed. Right. Yeah, I'm outranking the local competitor because of the content and the citation building and everything else in the background. Right. And people worry about, is there enough competition in this? Yes, there is. If go to Google and have a look at how many businesses are local to you. Right. Straight away in my local area, I know 20 niches I could take on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if I had someone else live near me that were doing the same niches, there's enough work to go around. Yeah, right. It doesn't matter if you're number 1 or 2 and you're fluctuating all the time because you're fighting against each other. So what? People will always bring more than one number. There's always filling more than one form. Right. There's enough work out there to, lucky enough for me, where I live, I don't know anyone else who's using MPP in your form. Right. And if someone was in a town over from me doing it, to be honest, I'd be nice to them, and I'd probably back off a bit from that town if they were there, so they don't tread on my toes.
Right. Yeah, there's plenty to go around. And Paul was just asking because he wants to know himself. And one of the things we're going to do is, yes, you can show a video of your setup. And what we would like to do is the winner actually come on live with us here to show us if you want to. Otherwise, just give us the video and we'll show the video. But if you want to come on live with us to show us your tweaks and your configurations and which plugins you use, that's great. Try to get it in so that by Saturday, so that I can go ahead and test it on a few different hosting plans that I have, so I can see exactly how well it works with our setup, our templates and images with your hosting. So with the different hosting. So I have several different hosting plans I can test it out on.
In the MPP hosting, Mike Martin's membership hosting, and my hosting, there are options in the background that you can turn on to optimize your site. Turn them off when you build one, right?
Yeah. Don't use like something
any of that running.
Yeah, like SiteGround, right? If you have SiteGround hosting, understand that we're not going to have SiteGround on what we're testing it on. We're going to test it on just plain old hosting. And we want to see how it does on non-server side caching. Okay. Yeah. So that's the contest. Okay. So the winner gets bragging rights. They get a fist pump, and they get to be ImageFly's first victims. No, I mean beta testers.
And I am determined to set a site up and beat you, Daryl, for next week. Challenge. Let's see who does the fastest site out of you and me.
I would love it. Let's see it. Let's see
it.
Bring it.
Just for fun.
You know what? Literally, COVID-19 is, if you're quarantined with COVID-19 and you're not working on a speed formula and how to speed up your sites, you're crazy, because I see guys on Fiverr making hundreds of dollars just tweaking people's sites for speed. And it only takes them an hour or less to do it with the tools that are out there. So, you know, whatever you think is the thing to do, it has to be free plugins. It can't be premium plugins that you delete or anything like that. It's got to be straight up. This is free, and this is the configuration. Okay, that's contest number 1. Contest number 2, you have a little bit more time on this one. This is still November 15th. But now that our site is online and we're getting, more and more viewers on YouTube and things like that, we would like to get more video content out there to share with people. So we're looking for, the next contest will be video content. So video testimonials, video promos for MassPage Tools, a video demo of you using MassPage Tools that you can put on your social media, or you can just share it and we'll put it on our YouTube, or a video tutorial, like to show off something. So we're going to bring those all in at random, and we're going to select a winner for that. And that's at random. Okay. And whoever wins that is going to win a really nice prize. We're going to give you a 1-year membership agency plan for MassPage Tools, okay, which is valued over almost $700. Wow. Okay, so yeah, and if you already have the lifetime, you can gift this to somebody else or sell it to somebody else. Okay, so I'll put whoever's name on it you want me to put on it, but you'll have a 1-year plan that's paid for the best video testimonials, promo, demo, or tutorial on the MassPage Tools topic. Okay, so those are my 2 contests this week. And hopefully you guys watching the replay, and you guys watching on YouTube here today can think of some things that you can do. I've got all kinds of tools to make video promos. I'm fine with that. If you want to just make up a cool video promo, show some screenshots, things like that. Whatever you do, just make it an entry that you can, send me the file. Send the MP4 file to support@mass.page if you want to enter. So say, put in the subject line video contest, and then put in the file to us, and just send it to support@mass.page, and we'll let you know that we got it. And we'll go ahead and we'll pick our winner on November 15th to win a 1-year paid agency plan for MassPage Tools. So,
Daryl,
yes,
if they include using my templates in there, right, and we see that, I will include 12 months access to the Templates Club.
There you go.
As part of the.
So what if they already have the Templates Club with you?
They can sell it on to someone else along with.
They can do the same thing.
Yours.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Absolutely. Then give it away, sell it on.
That.
so identical to what you're doing, mate. The difference is they're going to access your software and ours. The only thing you have to probably purchase, if you haven't already got it, is MPP.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. So if you don't want to include his as well, that's fine as well. We'll consider it basically 2 contests in one. So, and obviously, Steve, you have access to the support desk. So if you get that in, you want to, the other thing is just, so you're giving us permission by submitting the video, you give us permission to put it on our platforms as well. Okay, so you got till November 15th to do that. You guys are hearing it first here on Sunday Live, and we'll put some promotions inside of the Facebook group and send out the email to people. But those are some of the things that I was thinking about this week going into this call.
And Daryl, how about this? How about this for extra value, right? Those that join in on that competition, right? If you've already got my Templates Club, right, with the 100-site hosting, I will switch that 100. And you didn't want to give away the Templates Club to someone else, right, you can also choose instead unlimited hosting.
Oh, wow.
Right. So you got a choice then. If you go, oh, I've won, I don't actually want to give away the templates club for a year. But what I want is I've already got the 100-site hosting because I bought Lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm now I'm going to enter. Oh, look, I've won. I have unlimited hosting instead. So that means you'll be host unlimited. So you'll be upgraded from the 100-site one to unlimited on your account.
Wow. Okay, cool.
So you have a choice there.
Yeah, that's a great offer. Thank you very much, Steve.
Well, we've got to support our people that are supporting us.
Well, I mean, the thing is I'm at that point where we're starting to get people viewing the YouTube, and I want to make sure that we have enough content going in there regularly. Mm-hmm. So if you're able to send that over, that would be great. The other thing is that I'm going to try to do a webinar weekly or every other week. Like we tried to do on Saturday. Hopefully the next one is going to be better. I might have to borrow George's software if I don't get one set up myself. I'm waiting for his affiliate ID so I can get him credit for it. So if he gets his affiliate ID, I'll go ahead and buy it from him. And because he was so good to let me borrow it there. And then we'll be using Big Marker. If not, I might even look at other tools and things like that if he's not able to get the affiliate thing, and just see which one I like best, because everybody's saying go to webinar, so I have to consider that at least, and give it a look at. But Big Marker was rock solid. The only thing I didn't like about it is the playback. They give you an embed code, and I put it on the page and people couldn't see it from Chrome and stuff. So I don't know if that was something I did wrong or what, but if anybody knows, go ahead and put a comment in this video and tell us what we did wrong on that. But that was one thing. And then some other cons that somebody said that you couldn't segment the list of people that have attended and viewed, but I didn't take a look at that. We had a very small group. After we went through 40 minutes of changes and stuff, we literally had to go through 3 different softwares just to get to do our presentation. So it was gnarly, real messy.
But you see, that's the thing with this. We're sort of, in what I'm doing, I'm in beta mode. I know have you come out of beta mode now for the mass tools?
I mean, we're out of beta mode, but we're always trying to improve things. There's always bugs in any software, but we're actively developing, and we always will be actively developing. So,
absolutely, and this is what it's about. When things go wrong, I call it a Mike Martin, because I love it. He does webinars all the time, and I watch him.
He must be backing up at mine.
And things always go wrong for him, so it's awesome. Just to say, these lives each Sunday that we're doing, right? And I'm sure Dale won't mind me mentioning this. We picked up the fact that in the UK clocks went back, and so what we and Dale said, we're going to delay it by half an hour next week. So that way then it'll be 5 p.m. EST time. It'll be 9 o'clock UK time, and we're going to leave at that time after that, because we also realise there's some other countries that can then hop on and come and join in. But when we're here, ask questions. We're live. We're here. All right. So if you've got a question about something that Daryl's doing, something I'm doing, pop it into the chat, please. This is the one opportunity you can get where it's pretty much one-on-one. And because me and Daryl are super busy, I've helped a few people out over the past weeks, but I'm getting to a point now where I've got so much to do that I'm switching to a paid training one-on-one. Right, where people have to pay for 1 hour of time. So tonight's the night where you can jump on and ask all the questions you want, because it's free. Right. So please ask.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole idea. Is to help people out every week. Tell people what we've got going on, and all of that, and also get your ideas. How can we improve these products for you as a user, and how can we improve it for your customers as well? That's what we're all here for. And I'm gonna try to keep them a little bit shorter. I don't want to go more than an hour and 15 minutes on these typically. so that we can kind of, keep it contained there. But yeah, if there's anything you want to join in or talk about, let us know. If you want to raise your hand to join the call, we'll go ahead and get you on here. Typically, we have a little more questions coming in than we do today, but that's okay. We get a lot of questions sometimes on the replay. So if you're in the replay, don't forget, we go through and I'm always looking back at that particular week's video and looking for the most recent comments so that I can answer and reply back. So even if you put it in the replay, we'll go ahead and answer that for you. Okay. It's let's see. So I don't understand this clock thing with UK time versus US time. I didn't know that they did that. I thought it was all the same day that everybody changed their clock.
Once a year. This what happened this time? They went backwards, so it meant we got an extra hour in bed on the Sunday morning.
Well, we do the same thing, but we do it November 1st. We're doing it.
Right. Okay. And then some point when we get closer to the summer, we do it again then. And I never remember the dates. I just listen to when the radio tells me to do it, or my mobile phone updates or something, And so I never worry about it. But it's so there was talks of them doing away with it completely.
Yeah, like India doesn't even have it. I know my folks in India that I work with, they are on a half hour, so everything is like totally different. But they don't change. They're just. It makes sense. Set it on the half hour and don't change.
Yeah.
It seems so
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, it does seem crazy. Why do we do this? Back in the days when families had farms and stuff, that's why they did it, so that you had more daylight hours and all of that. But it just seems sort of crazy at this point. Farming
doesn't make a lot of difference, in the winter months here, it gets dark early. You get up in the morning, it's still dark. You have a shorter amount of daylight. It really doesn't matter, so we should do away with it.
Yeah, I got a dog barking in the background. And it's
not me.
It's on my end.
Oh, your end, I was going to say.
Our little Finnegan.
That's not Mike mowing your lawn again in the background and his dog barking, is it?
No, Finnegan's our watchdog.
She barking at Mike, probably.
But anyway, so go ahead and, do those 2 contests if you'd like. If you guys have any ideas of ways that we can improve, the one thing that we want to do is the form. I want to have a few of the sections illustrated with a video of what to do, but I have not done that until I've got everything set with the form. And then we'll make those videos so that when your clients see the form, they'll be able to they'll see that. Now, the client form, we want to get mass page out of the corner. It's on my task list of things to do, but we just had to move it out of the way because we were working on some things with a shopping cart that were more important for the business at this stage. So, but we do have that on the roadmap to get fixed for you. Let's see. Anything else that we have on the?
I would like to ask people. I put a video up in the group, the training on installing one of the templates, and it's always nice to get feedback what people think of my training. I like to keep it short and precise, to the point, nice, and try and keep it as clear as possible. And most of the feedback I get, people are saying that's what I'm doing. So if you get the chance on the Master.page Facebook group, go and have a look at the video. It's also on Mike's group as well, in the MPP group. Yep. So go and find them, have a look, and tell me what you think of the training, because that's how I'm doing all my training, bite size.
Yeah, you do a great job. It makes it very understandable. Might even tap on your shoulder to work on my tutorials. I'd like to have more of them for sure that are done by you and me when I have more time. So the ones that I initially did, I had to do all of those in like one weekend. So I was just like buzzing through a bunch of things, and and I didn't do them crazy great because I knew that I had to change a lot of them because of the interfaces changing so much. So did them as best I could at that time. I think I was sick too that week. That was a tough week.
Did you want to chuck the link in the chat in case anyone wanted to come and say hello?
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Hold on a second.
Just
go ahead and talk as I go and find that here. Hold on.
It's always nice to say hello to people. If you know, if you want to come on, you can ask direct then rather than type in the chat, and you're always welcome to pop on and say hello to us. It's always great. You know, we've had some weeks where we've had a couple of people pop on and go, "Oh, I'm loving what you guys are doing," and we are here for you. We are very passionate about what we do. Like Daryl said earlier, the reason we do these products is we use them ourselves. And when you design a product and release a product that you are using yourself, you're going to look after it. You're going to make it last a long, long time, years to come, right? When you're one of these iron marketers that you get a dev to build you something and it's a one-off and you go lifetime for what do you think? A lot of internet marketers are doing products for $1,000 lifetime, because a year later the product's gone. Right, you've lost your $1,000. You haven't made any money. You're worse off, right?
Yeah.
And you've got an advantage with what these tools are doing. Mike's tools, Daryl's tools, my tools, right? You're a big advantage that the whole thing together will help you make money if you put the hard work in. It's building your business on solid foundations, not quicksand.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is a lot of people in internet marketing. Because the industry is still very young, you kind of have snake oil salesmen like you do with a lot of early enterprises back in the gold rush days and back in the old days when people are like getting rich by mining gold. There was all kinds of tricks that were played on people in those days, and so. I don't know if you know about our history in the United States, but going west was a big thing, and everybody wanted to go west to mine the gold and the oil and all that stuff.
And do you know the people that made the most money?
The picks and axes, right? The guys that bought the tools and sold the tools.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, but we want you to be successful. I was talking to someone this week who they bought into the lifetime. They messaged me and went, "I've changed my mind," so I gave them back the money. And then we had a 1-hour conversation, and then I got the impression he regretted that he pulled out, but they're all gone by then.
Yeah.
So the thing is we are truly here to support you guys. We want you guys to make money. If you're making money, then you support our tools long term as well.
Right. I mean that's the whole point. Last chance to jump on the call with us. I did put the link inside the chat. We have 9 people on right now on the 2 different networks. Again, if you're watching the replay, feel free to jump in and put a comment or a suggestion, your question. We'll go ahead and we'll get those things answered for you. But yeah, we got the 2 contests. We have the contest for the speed caching plugin of the week. We're going to look for a setup. You can show us in a video how you set it up, and we'll go ahead and we'll replicate that and we'll try it out, and we'll let you know if you're the winner. We'll get you to either jump on a call or we'll share your video for that, and that gives you beta access to ImageFly. And then the second contest is a video contest where you can do a video testimonial, promo, demo, or tutorial for MassPage Tools and MassPage or the Template Club for Steven. And for that, you'll win one of 2 prizes. It looks like one for me, which is it would be, even if you don't use the Templates Club, I'll give you a prize. So we'll give you one for that. And then Steven's going to give you one if you did a Templates Club one. You submit those to support@mass.page, and someone's going to win an annual agency with me and an annual club membership with you, right, Steven?
Correct, yeah.
So that kind of summarizes everything. So is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. I think this is a good short one today. And I think people will appreciate that. And we will join you next week at 5:00.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. We really genuinely mean that. All the lifetimes that got on board with me and Daryl with our products means the world to us, because we can reinvest into the products long term.
Yeah.
And it's just going to get more and more exciting, bigger and bigger, more and more features. You guys got in at the right time, so welcome aboard.
Yeah, I mean, one of the goals of having these caching set up good to go. So when you log right into your WP Vivid file once it's been restored, and mine, it's already set up with all of the tweaks and everything already built into it. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just open it up and launch it. And we want to be able to wow people with the speed and the error-free nature of the website. So this is a marathon, not a race. We're looking to build that Ferrari under the hood. And get you set up with a setup that you can expand and grow from. None of these templates that Stephen and I are doing are meant to be just set and forget and never come back to. The whole idea is we build you something to start with that you can expand 2-3 months down the road, and you can add more to it and things like that. So that's the whole goal, is to enable you to sort of go from seed to seedling to sapling, and once you're there, start to really nurture it and turn it into something.
When I first started using MPP, and I followed all of Keith and Mike's training, and I looked at the X field and I went, what do I do? And it made me feel overwhelmed at the time. And I spent weeks and weeks and weeks learning how the software works. What these tools are going to enable you to do is get something up and running quickly,
right?
And then you can look at what it's doing in the background and go, oh, now I understand what that bit's doing and that bit's doing. Now I can add my bit here. I can add that bit there, and you can expand yourself to make them evergreen. And right at the very start, if you remember, Darryl, that I talked about somebody. I won't mention their name because it's unfair. But there's people in this world that don't. That are buying to products for the sake of buying into products, right? And there's one of these persons that bought into MPP, and then they bought your form, and I know they bought in onto the lifetime deal with templates. And I've helped this person. They got their first site set up last week, and it was they did it over 2 days, got it up there, and I got messaged yesterday to be told that they're already renting that site out.
Wow.
And they've never had any experience with web development or anything.
That's amazing, right there.
Yeah,
that is great. Actually.
Right. So the point of this is, right, this is going to become so easy for anyone to do. Then you expand onto it, and that's why I keep emphasizing: don't necessarily worry about the lead gen business if you're new to this. Get a site up, get it going, and rent it out to a local business. Then rinse and repeat. Make yourself money. Get yourself some money coming in. Then move. If they leave you, switch them to lead gen,
right?
Or then move on to build lead gen sites afterwards.
What our tool allows you to do, kind of in your template, is to charge pennies on the dollar for rank and rent, versus trying to charge $1,500 a month for a site that's performing. You can charge $35 or $50 a month for a site that you just put up. And then charge more and say, look, this is a 1-year contract for this price. And we'll look at the traffic in a year, and then we'll decide after a year where it goes from that point. But it allows you, because it is so inexpensive, and because you're hosting 100 sites or 200. How many? 200 sites?
It's 100 sites. It's 100 sites on mine. There were 2 packages with Mike. If you got in on the Keith deal, you would have got 100 sites with him.
Yeah.
And I know now when they do the monthlies, I think it's only 50 sites with Mike. 200. It's only 200 pages with Mike. With mine, I allow unlimited pages, but I advise you to really only go up to about 200 pages per site, because Google will penalize you.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you were to look at it as just rapid design, rapid deployment, then you could just say, look, we're looking for $1 a day. Give me $30 a month, and you can rent this site that has your name and all your stuff on it, right? And just tell them, look, it's like having another hook in the water. Tell them, if you want to buy 5 of these, I'll charge you, $100, and you just build 5, quick ones, but it's $100 a month that you're getting that you weren't getting before, So, you can always negotiate it that way, and always revisit the pricing after you take a look at their traffic at a later point, because you own it. You're renting it. You own it. You own the hosting. You can repurpose it to somebody else if you want to.
Something else I do with all my sites is I offer a yearly plan to my clients, and I offer to knock off a couple of months worth. So for next time, if you're charging $50 a month, you say it's $500 a year, or $600 if you wanted to pay monthly at $50 a month. So like you said, it's a numbers game. You get 10 companies on board on Rank and Rent, just renting, really, not ranking their sites, just put the site up and rent it.
Yep. Right. Your rental.
Then there's sub products. I'll do your citations for you. That's going to cost you X amount, either monthly or one off. Right. And you get someone on Fiverr to do them for you if you want. Then you move on to, like I said, the extra pages in the back end of MPP for an extra monthly fee. Then and there's on page and off page SEO and all sorts of stuff you can charge more for. Once you build up that relationship with that company, they will start spend money with you to get more business. That's what it's about.
And you could do like what I like to do is with a customer is say you get 2 hours of my support on each website. So if you have changes you want made or things like that, we do 15-minute increments for every single ticket that you put in. And, if we can do something in one 15-minute increment or a half hour, we'll do that for you. But it's included in your plan, let's say, of $100 a month, right, per site. And so it's a service. So you're somebody they can count on to call and say, oh, I want this changed. I want my hours of operation. We just shifted to fall hours. We want to change that over to something else, And so that's the whole point is to be of service to people. And you'll get paid for it. That's just the way it goes. But look, I want to get going. I want to get something to eat. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll be back for next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And 9 p.m. my time.
Yep. 9 p.m. Yep. No, 10 or 9? 9, right?
9 p.m. UK time.
Yep. Yeah. And then we're going to be falling back. So it'll still be 5 o'clock though. So I think we'll be all in line with each other. Okay.
We'll just keep it there after that, because then when my clocks change again next, it's only an hour later. It'll be 10 p.m. for me. It won't matter.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you. A good day.
Thank you, guys.
Australia. Have a good one. And don't forget to comment inside the group. And we'll be looking for your comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.